Jack. You're obviously doing awesome Mexican food, but where did you get your inspiration?
It started at a little place in Manly, a little Mexican restaurant. I quit my full-time job and started going to this restaurant every day. Eventually befriended the chef in there, somehow convinced him to leave, and now he's my business partner 5 years later. So
awesome.
We first did a month in Mexico, and I was just like blown away by the level of intricacies in the dishes and like how different it was to probably what you would think coming from Australia. That trip definitely formed our own concept of what we wanted to bring back here, and something a little bit more traditional but still be something that the Australian appetite will enjoy. So I tried to create a more coastal menu, predominantly around seafood, because this is where we are in Australia. It's a pretty amazing spot.
So obviously you travel around Mexico a lot. What are the highlights for you in terms of cities and the food?
Food job for me is something that really stands out. And then Oaxaca, like central Oaxaca, was really amazing.
Yeah, and I think Oaxaca has a lot of indigenous sort of aspects to it, right? The food is just real.
Yeah. And the architecture and the ruins, and like to see that from a different perspective was really cool as well.
You could have done any other cuisine, right?
Yeah.
So why Mexican?
The concept that we always wanted to bring through was a dining experience that I really enjoy. So everything designed to be shared. I love the flavors. I love how fresh it can be. I really saw it as an opportunity to bring back what we'd learned over there and show people, how special the food was and the stories behind the moles and things like that.
Yeah. So Mexican is booming in Sydney. What makes your offering different to everybody else? What's Alma?
So Alma means soul, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We really focus on the staff and making sure they're looked after, because we feel like that translates to the customer. So the dining experience is fantastic in terms of the standard of food, but the experience that you have when you sit down, you really feel welcome, and it's something you'll talk about. It's something we're really proud of.
What's your favorite taco?
So on the menu now,
it's
probably definitely our most popular. We do a battered fish taco, dry oregano rub.
Wow. What's your favorite Mexican ingredient or favorites?
And it's not an ingredient because you know how many ingredients are in it, but I love using moles. And again, it's hard in Australia because we'll put it in dishes at the moment. We've got one coming out with a beef cheek and a beautiful mole over. It's it's insane. But to get people's head around that is going to be challenging.
Exactly. Last question is, at home, if people want to do Mexican, what would be your recommendation? How do somebody make Mexican at home in Australia?
Ceviche is such a good starting point,
Well, shall we have one of your fish tacos?
Let's have a taco, mate.
Excellent.
Enjoy, mate.
Provecho.